Well, ladies and gentlemen, her first album came out in 2006, sold 4 million copies, and here we are 4 years later, and she's back with a new project called The Sea. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Corinne Bailey-Rae.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, I'm very well, thank you.
Well, congratulations on your new CD.
Thank you.
A lot of hard work going into it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's great fun recording an album. You know, with this record, I really felt like I wanted to write all the songs on my own, and I spent a lot of time just in the house, seeing what would come in, walking around and going for walks, and sitting with my guitar. And so once I'd written the songs, you know, I really wanted to record them, and I co-produced the record, which is the first time I've done that. So yeah, it's an album I'm really proud of.
Now, you had a lot of critical acclaim after your debut CD, and I know a lot of bigwigs wanted you to go to the big studios to work, but you really kept this pretty private and intimate. Why did you choose that route?
I felt like I wanted to have a lot of control over what happened with the sound of the record. I really wanted to record it in a kind of a traditional way, so work with musicians that I knew and I knew really well. I knew how they played, and I also wanted to record at the same time, so I wanted to have the drum track and the vocals and the guitar and a keyboard or bass go down at the same time, so that we'd have a core take on which to build. You know, I don't really like that recording method of where you build everything up in layers and you try to put it back together. I really like playing live with a band and then being able to take that into the studio and have people be responsive and everything. So yeah, that was what I wanted to do with this record.
Now, I've seen you with a guitar before, but I didn't know that you were also classically trained in violin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's my first kind of musical training, I guess, playing violin. And I did that at school. You know, I loved music at school, but I never really thought myself as a singer. And I had a kind of unusual voice, I guess. My voice had all this texture, and there wasn't really many other kids who kind of sang like that at school. So I got really into the violin really early on. You know, my first violin was at a quarter size. It's tiny, and I used to play that. I played for about 10 years, and I played in orchestras, and you know, I loved the thing of playing your particular part of the piece at home and then getting together with the orchestra and hearing the context for the music and how everyone's parts sort of weave together to make something bigger. So I used to find that really fascinating and magical, you know, the way that we could write music in that way. So it was a good experience. It was a good sort of background knowledge in music.
It seems as if you like having that intimate connection with your audience, playing different venues. So now that you have, quote-unquote, hit it big, what do you want people to get from the project?
I think that I want people to hear the album. You know, it's a really good opportunity, having had a successful record, to know that you have a platform to come back. And this is a really different record. You know, I've written it all myself, I've co-produced it. It's kind of a bit more of an undone album. It's kind of guitar based, it's got some heavier tracks on it. So I want people to hear it and feel like it's a real journey, you know, and feel like it's an exploration. I think that I really enjoyed making it, you know, and I want people to get to hear it and just really get into the music. You know, it's got a real broad range of styles on it. Some of the songs are more fun and playful, like The Blackest Lily or Paper Dolls, and some of the songs are kind of more soulful, like Closer, and then there's more sort of heavy guitar music like Diamond for Hearts. So I really feel like it's got a broad range of styles on it, and I'd love for people to hear it and, you know, just to experience, I guess.
And with the unique sounds of your different songs, who would you say your biggest musical influences are?
There's lots of people that are influences of mine, I guess, that I've grown up with. You know, I love guitar music, and when I first started playing in a band, it was an indie band, so I liked bands like Veruca Salt and L7 and Led Zeppelin and Nirvana, but I also love soul music and always have, and I like a lot of Stax and Motown and Northern Soul, and I love Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye. And then I like people who are sort of contemporary artists who are unusual, like Erykah Badu and Bjork. I like people who have got an unconventional style, I guess, and who don't feel sort of imprisoned by, you know, what is genre or what is a particular type of music and a particular sound. You know, I like artists like Jimi Hendrix and Nina Simone, who made music that people wouldn't have expected from them. And people who took risks. So, you know, I'd like to be that type of performer.
All right, well, Corinne Bailey-Rae, we wish you the biggest success in the world with The Sea, and we thank you so much for dropping by the studio today.
Thank you.